It is no surprise that so many people are moving to Texas. Texas is not only one of the largest and most rapidly expanding states, but it also has the second highest population density in the United States. There's a lot to appreciate about Texas. Texas is one of the states with the highest rate of economic growth in the United States. Texas is a great place to settle down because of its low cost of living, pleasant climate, strong employment market, and abundance of attractions. Apart from that, Texas is a city for every range of income accommodation. So moving to Texas seems wonderful and a great opportunity, but you will still face some problems. That's why you should watch this video all the way through. In today's video, we are going to discuss the things you can expect while moving to Texas. The first thing you have to take care of is to prepare yourself for the warm weather. Texas is a large state, and weather conditions vary greatly depending on where you reside. Texas weather ranges from humid to dry, from mild to extreme. Summers are often very hot compared to other states. Temperatures in the summer can go up as high as around 94 degrees Fahrenheit. That's why Texas has the highest number of tornadoes per year. The reality is that Texas weather is quite unpredictable, and it also holds the infamous record for the greatest amount of rain ever recorded in the United States in a 24-hour period. It happened in 1979 during Tropical Storm Claudette, which poured 43 inches of rain. In short, if you dislike hot temperatures, you should reevaluate your decision to move to Texas. The next thing you should expect to change from your current state is taxes. Texas is one of only a few states in the US that does not have a state income tax. It also has the country's 5th lowest total tax burden per capita. However, there is a cost. Texas homeowners pay some of the highest property taxes in the country. But there is even more excellent news. In Texas, sales taxes are not as hefty as you might expect. Lowering the cost of living means having more money to spend on a nicer apartment or home. It's one of the reasons why so many Americans relocate to Texas. Moving forward, the third thing to expect is real estate costs. Real estate is a reason why more and more people are moving to Texas. Property taxes are high in Texas, but real estate is still reasonably inexpensive. Texas is landlocked and has a large quantity of undeveloped property. Therefore, you can choose to relocate to Texas for the reduced price. Texas's current median house price is $252,422. While house prices have risen by 6.7% in recent years, notably in big urban areas, the typical home price in Texas remains lower than the national average of $374,500. There is a high chance for you to locate a house in Texas that is within your price range, but this will depend on the kind of property you seek and the city in which you choose to make your permanent residence. The next good thing about Texas is that it's a foodie's heaven. The magnificent state of Texas is a melting pot where a variety of savory delights may be found. Chili peppers grow everywhere. There are Tex-Mex buffets, barbecue, and happy hours. These are just a few of the many culinary delights available in this state. There are many alternatives available to satiate your wandering appetite, and trust me when I say that avoiding the temptations of freshly made guacamole and fajitas that make your mouth water is a difficult task. The majority of Texans have a strong passion for both cuisine and travel, which is something that brings them together. Moving forward, the next important thing about Texas is electricity costs. The electricity market in Texas is pretty much deregulated, so people have a variety of choices to select their preferred energy provider. This gives you the ability to choose the business that is most suitable for your requirements as a house and a family. You are also able to switch service providers at any time. However, when you make the switch, there will be no disruptions in the service that you receive at any time. After you've made the decision to switch to a new plan, the transition to the new plan typically takes about 7 business days to become effective. You will receive your first bill from the new provider during their next billing cycle, and there will be no interruptions to the service you receive during this time. Traffic and commuting. When you first visit the state of Texas, the first thing that will stand out to you is how spread out everything is geographically. The absence of adequate public transit is unfortunately going to be one of the very real obstacles that you'll be forced to tackle. Every Texan who lives in a city can attest to the fact that they've experienced the frustration of being forced to wait in traffic for prolonged periods of time. If you do not live within a radius of 3 to 4 miles from your place of employment, you will spend a significant amount of time commuting. Most places have terrible traffic because the roads haven't kept up with the growing population, and so you should be ready for what's coming. Diversity. Texas is one of the best states in the US to locate a diverse population. The state is home to people of a wide range of racial and ethnic backgrounds. There are many different cultures that are still observed and languages that are still spoken. Newcomers from all walks of life who are searching for new chances are drawn to the area since it has a large number of prestigious colleges and an increasing number of tech positions. Sports. Everything in Texas, including athletics, is done on a grand scale. Massive audiences that are ready to protect their state pride are drawn to see the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans play. In Texas, there is never a dull moment when it comes to football. In 2014, the city of Decatur opted to postpone Halloween to accommodate a sporting event. In addition to Dallas and Houston, serious sports fans follow the San Antonio Spurs and the University of Texas Longhorns, which are both based in Austin. The last important thing about Texas is outdoor activities. Texas has more than enough state and national parks to keep outdoor enthusiasts satisfied. Hiking, camping, and boating are popular activities in the state, but there are other attractions as well, including the prehistoric pictographs at Huecotenc State Historic Site and the endangered sea turtles at Padre Island National Seashore. Texas's year-round moderate weather attracts outdoor enthusiasts. During the warm months, hike and cycle your way through the state. Then during the scorching summers, head to the lake or beaches. In Texas, there is something for every outdoor enthusiast, so make sure to prepare yourself for all those outdoor activities. Last but not least, understand that your new home's history and culture is just one aspect of relocating. It's also important to think about your financial implications of making the switch before you commit to doing it. That way, you won't have to worry about not having enough cash to experience all that the Lone Star State, Texas, has to offer. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. See you in the next one. Until then, cheers.